Hi, everyone. My name is Andrea Bienvenue. I'm one of the admissions counselors at Springfield Technical Community College. Thanks so much for coming to our info session today. I hope the fall is off to a great start, whether you are a current student, kind of just exploring, seeing what we have to offer, whether you're interested in STIC, whether you're exploring colleges in general. Thanks so much for being here. We're happy to meet with you. We actually have a great setup today. We have Professor John Diffley with us. He is a professor in our School of General Studies, Liberal Arts and General Studies. He's here going to talk a little bit about the Liberal Arts General Studies program, what it means to be a Liberal Arts General Studies student, what are the benefits, and all that great stuff. So I'm just going to go ahead and pass it off to him. He has a great presentation for you. Any questions along the way, please feel free to type them in. We'll be able to share some information, but hopefully we'll be able to answer all those questions at the end as well too. So John, thanks for being here. If you don't mind taking over, go right ahead. We're excited to hear what you have to say.
Thank you very much, Andrea. I appreciate it. So hi, everybody. Again, my name is John Diffley, professor here at STIC. I teach history and other things. I'm also the program coordinator for general studies. So I have a brief presentation for you today with some information. We're going to put some links in the chat wherever they help here. And so just go through this real quick here. This is just an overview. We're going to talk about why general studies, why at STIC, why you should choose this, some information about our typical general studies students, and then options and the benefits. I'll get into the Gen Ed and Foundation and Mass Transfer, which is a statewide program. Let me just talk about mass transfer. That's something that's going to come up here. This is a state compact. It's put together by all the community colleges and state and state universities and colleges, where it streamlines and guarantees easy transfer of credits and into degree programs from community colleges to places like Westfield, UMass's, and things like that. And that's, you just Google mass transfer and a great website will come up on that. So let me just go through this a bit. So why general studies and the liberal arts here at STCC? One is, and the major reason is flexibility. General studies is actually designed to really incorporate and cater to students from all different interests there. You have students that could be looking to explore career opportunities. The way we set it up, there's lots of general electives options in there where you can take courses. You're not sure what you want to do. You can try out courses in different areas and still get credit towards an associate's degree in doing this. Same thing with career opportunities. A lot of times we have students who, and I did this as a student, I started down one path and realized it wasn't for me and then had to switch majors. And unfortunately for me, that added a little time on because some of the classes didn't count towards my degree. Here with general studies, we designed it so that they will count and that you won't lose time and that you could actually earn your associates and move on if that's your goal there. One of the other things in general studies, we've also created with a core set of classes that are guaranteed to transfer to all state universities and colleges and virtually most private institutions as well. You're also going to see this program really will help you save money. Both here and now, I mean, classes at the community colleges, especially the first 2 years, are definitely cheaper than they would be at a 4-year, and that's really important to cut down on the debt. As we all know, student debt is an issue for everybody there. And then, as you're going to see, it will also save you money if you decide to go on and pursue your bachelor's and beyond there. The mass transfer program, which I'll show later, has built-in savings in there and pretty significant savings when you transfer out. And so this really program is made for students like that. And even if you know your major, you're going to see general studies is built as a transfer program as well. And we can easily tailor your course selections with your help of advisors and others towards what you want to do going forward. Other things. So what is the typical general studies student? Actually, it's students from all types of backgrounds. It's one of the more diverse programs at STIC. And so you'll get a chance to interact with students from all different backgrounds, all different interests, all different goals, which really does help. And again, varied goals. A lot of students who are in general studies are looking to transfer eventually, go on to their bachelor's degree. And often in things like social sciences, humanities, but really in pretty much any program can be put into general studies by your course selections there. We have a lot of students who are looking to earn their associates and not sure if they want to transfer yet. This program is designed specifically for that as well. Like I said, you can explore opportunities, career options, different fields, and you'll still get credit for that. Another reason to start in general studies is it's also built to be able to earn these prereqs for other programs. We often have students that decide they want to go into, say, engineering or the other sciences or the medical fields. You can begin here in general studies, and that core set of classes, which I'm about to show, is used virtually by every program and every college. And so you have these opportunities within general studies. And what I was talking about is these core classes is what the state calls the General Ed Foundation, the Gen Ed Foundation. Again, it's adopted by all Massachusetts institutions of higher ed. It is, when it's completed, it is guaranteed to transfer as a block to these state institutions with no questions asked. It is guaranteed. And so what is it? It's this core selection of classes here. We have credits in behavioral and social sciences. Those are things that stick, like sociology, history. These are all classes you're going to see that everybody needs to take at virtually every college in the United States. This is that core. Class in the humanities. Those are things like the arts, the languages, English. The English, core English classes and composition, science and math, all of these, once taken, once you complete them, even if you don't complete your associates, once you complete this batch of credits, you are guaranteed to be able to transfer them out there. It actually gets certified on your transcripts, and the state institutions have to take them as is. And again, many of the private institutions around here will also honor these. Why? Again, because these are core classes. And so this is a perfect thing. And one of the things too is with these classes here, where they're offered every semester, including in our flex terms, which we have a flex fall coming up, where you haven't, it's not too late to start taking classes. I believe it starts October 28th. And we have many of these classes available. The flex terms are great in that because they let you catch up or build credits quickly, and you still get the full experience of the course, but you can certainly work on these going there. And that's we have a lot of students that do that, start there, and then go from as they decide what they want to do. The other options with mass transfer is, say you do know what you want to do, you can go and do this A to B, it's called, the Associates to Bachelor's Transfer Program. What this does, and this is why General Studies has that flexibility, say you know what you want to do, it tells you specifically, you choose, you're starting at Stick and you want to go to, say, Westfield. It lays out, we have these map programs that literally tell you what courses are required at, say, Westfield for these fields, and what the equivalent is here at Stick. And again, these are guaranteed to transfer, and moreover, they're guaranteed to count towards that bachelor's degree. So these are classes you will need once you go to a four-year, if that is your goal. And it's the link is in the chat there. You can go and you can play around. You can say, all right, I want to start at Stick. I want to go to, say, UMass, and then it'll give you all the different fields you could that are possible. And again, it lays out all of these options. The Gen Ed Foundation, and then classes in your major. This is a very useful and helpful tool. I encourage you to check out the mass transfer site whenever you can. And so this is just an example of one of the pathways here. Since I teach history, I went with the history one here. But say if you want to be go study history at Westfield, this tells you, when you already have those Gen Ed Foundation, this tells you all the classes that Westfield wants on one side and what they're coded as, what they're called here at STCC. And that tells you, exactly which one. As long as you follow this, you will get, all financial benefits. It will streamline into transfer. and you know you're not wasting any credits at all going through. Here's just another one. You can see there are some differences. I include this one. This is if you want to pursue history at UMass. You'll notice they specifically say what math class they want you to take. And so again, it really does get down into that specificity so you know exactly what you need to be taking. So what are the benefits of starting of these general studies other than the streamlining that? Well, you know, one of the big things is financial savings, right? That's what everybody wants. That's what everybody needs for this. And you can see this is from the state here, what these benefits are. If you just did the Mass Transfer Gen Ed Foundation and just completed those 34 core Gen Ed credits, you're guaranteed to get an average savings of around 11% on your bachelor's degree, which actually turns out to be significant, pretty significant. And so say then you decide to complete and which we hope you would, your associate's degree at STIC, you're in the 60 credits and you follow one of those MAP pathways that I was showing before. As long as you meet some of these requirements here, average savings, 28%. I mean, that's over a quarter of the price of a bachelor's degree, which is really hard to beat there. You know, combine that with the savings you're getting by starting at a community college and making that wise decision to take these classes that are less expensive, but just as good and just the same content as you get somewhere else. A benefit here, and you can see also, you know, no application fees, guaranteed grants, transfer of credits, guaranteed university admission, and then even tuition credits on top of that, which there's a link in we're going to share that shows you what the tuition credits are, what their value is. And then another option here is you follow the A2B, and then there's this thing, Commonwealth Commitment. What that is students just, you say you want to follow a path once you start at STIC to one of these state schools, you get built in additional savings here. And again, it is a little misleading, a commitment. You can decide you don't want to go to UMass, say that's where you said you start out in your first semester, and without penalty. You won't have to pay things back or that. This is a really good, everybody should just sign up for this once they get in. You have to do it before you earn 12 credits to do it in your first semester. I mean, you get freezes on tuitions, on fees, and even better, at the end of each semester, if you follow through the guidelines, you get a 10% rebate check at the end of each semester, which that's really hard to beat. And again, over the life of your bachelor's degree, you're talking about 40% savings. I mean, again, this is an excellent program. Everybody should be taking advantage of this. And these are just, again, showing some of the benefits of these in their individual ways. Again, earn the associate's degree and go from there in the Commonwealth Commitment. And so that is really the benefits here. Again, you can start taking these classes right away and really start on your path to either your associates or whatever fields you want to go into. Thank you.
Awesome.
Back over to Andrea.
Yeah, thanks, John. I'm going to quickly switch over to my panels. Let's see, just one moment. Great, nothing too impressive, but just to keep the ball rolling with it. Let's see, there we go. And so everything, if you can see throughout this, our coworker Keith has been putting up links to everything that has been discussed today. So whether it's the mass transfer, whether it's about our general studies program, pay attention to the links that are in the comments because those are all related information to what was being discussed today, which is awesome, completely necessary. Professor Diffley did an awesome job explaining the general studies, the savings benefits, the exploration opportunities. I mean, realistically, we're a community college, so our average age of our students is 25. But whether you are coming into our school at 17 years old, whether you're coming in at 40 years old, you may be wanting to go to school, but you might not be knowing what you want to go to school for. And that's why general studies is such a great, great opportunity. Now, question for you, Professor Diffley. So I know we talked a lot about the financial savings right now. And of course, in today's economy, and there's such a big discussion when it comes to the student debt crisis and all that, obviously starting at a community college is a huge, huge benefit financially. Do you have any insight, especially because you work so closely with students, whether you are advising them or whether you are assisting them with the transfer process? What might be some other benefits of maybe starting at a community college, whether it's educationally or something besides the financial side of it, from your experience?
Yes, well, there's actually, and that's a great question. There are lots of benefits from there. A lot of the studies show that students who start at community colleges, when they transfer, they end up doing better with their grades. And it's just because, I believe it's because at the community college, say you start at one of these larger universities, some of these gen ed foundation classes we were talking about, I know when I took some of them when I was in college, you could have several hundred people in a class there. And so getting the chance to actually know the professor, let alone, meet with them, ask them questions, very difficult. Here at STIC, it's very much you're gonna have access to your professors. Our classes are capped at 32. You're gonna see us, we have office hours, very accessible. And so there is lots of help built in and assistance, and that's what we do. That's what we want. That's why we do these jobs, to help you. And so that really will. And so you get to build your confidence and skills, and then move on and really excel as you go forward. And so, yeah, I think it makes a great choice to start here. Yeah, I recommend it.
Absolutely. And, we talk a lot about a big portion of why we push general studies, or why general studies is a good place to start, is the fact that a lot of our students choose to go on and transfer. Or maybe they choose to explore and they find out mechanical engineering is their glitch, or maybe they decide they want to go towards a health program. It's the help with the exploration. But one thing that is great, so for our students that might kind of not know, are in general studies, they're doing some exploration, and maybe they decide they know they want to transfer onto a four-year school, or they know they want to maybe pursue a health program at our school, or something completely different, whether it's a certificate or associate's degree. One thing that's great to keep in mind is at our school, all of our students who are taking classes will get will be assigned an advisor. And so the role of this advisor, I'll talk a little bit about it, Professor Diffley, but maybe you can expand on it a little bit more, because I know you are an advisor to students. Yes. But each student will be assigned an advisor. So these advisors are there to help you sign up for your classes, but part of them is they're there to advise you. So you can have these conversations with them, kind of, I'm thinking about transferring, or maybe I want to go this path, or maybe I want to go that path. But can you just explain a little bit further, maybe what the role of an advisor is for and how it would benefit our students?
Yes, definitely. Happy to. Yeah, the advising here, this is also some of the benefit of starting in community college that you might not get at a large university, where sometimes they just put you in a major and you kind of, figure it out yourself and try to find it. Here you'll be put with both professional advisors and faculty advisors. And we've really made an effort, especially in the liberal and professional studies and general studies, of putting students with faculty or advisors who really know the area, right? So you say in your admissions, you're interested in, again, mechanical engineering, anything like that. They're gonna give you advisors who know what they're talking about, know the programs, know what you need. And so, yeah, there is that, just telling you what what kind of classes to take. But a lot of the questions I get for students, from students is, what are the opportunities in these fields? What are the benefits of, say, taking one class over another? What are the transfer pathways and help there? Really, I've been able to help students find internships, scholarships, things like that. Again, this is because you'll have access, and we are not overwhelmed. Like, as a faculty advisor, I have 15 advisees a semester, or 18. So there is plenty of time for one-on-one interactions with those students. And I've been able to help them find where they want to go, what classes, like I said, internships, things like that. So really it's supposed to be more holistic, rather than just saying, all right, here's your classes that you need, and that's it. We really are here to answer all sorts of questions like that, and happy to do it.
Great. And I think it's awesome that you keep emphasizing, which is great, is just how much of an a small, intimate feel it is with our students. Like you talk about, you could go to a larger size college and you may be one of 400 students in a class. That's not unusual. And I always say all the time, there are students that thrive in that setting.
Yes.
That lecture style is their kind of style. But a lot of students where especially maybe this is their first round of college, maybe they're coming from a smaller high school setting. Maybe they have been out of high school forever and or just kind of want to trickle their way back in. Keep that in mind when exploring what your options are, is having that opportunity to even get to know your professor, or your professor getting to know you, or working with advisors that have a small advisee group is huge. You're not just a number, you are a student. You are a student with your own mind, your own vision, and we are here to support you as much as we possibly can. So that's key when that's a key option when exploring what your options are and available for you. So thank you for explaining that further. One thing I also want to mention as well too is, you also have your advisors there. Now, Professor Diffley also talked about the professional advisors. So we have a team of professional academic advisors that is their own office. They're there to help with those assistants as well too. But within that office, they also have a transfer advisor. And this transfer advisor is to help you along this process as effortlessly as possible. So maybe you have figured out what your mass transfer plan is. Maybe you figured out that your goal is to start at STIC for business and then maybe transfer on to Eisenberg at UMass Amherst. What our transfer counselor will do is make sure you're taking all the right steps to get to where you need to be. Make sure helping you fill out the application, making sure your application fee is waived, making sure your transfer credits are going the right way. Maybe you even want to go to a private school. We have a lot of fantastic private schools around us, and they may not be associated with mass transfer, but maybe based off what your area of study is or where your interest is going, they may actually end up being the better fit for you. So they'll help you explore AIC, Springfield College, Western New England, Elms, essentially any private college we have in our area as well. So know that these services expand outside just the classroom and with your advisor as well too. Now, Professor Diffley, I was going to talk a little bit about applying and the next steps that we have, but do you have any last minute words before I kind of dig into the admissions process and what options are coming up?
Well, I just want to remind you about the Flex 2. That would really be the only thing, is that you still have a chance to get in and take courses. It's not too late. Again, you can sign up right up until October 28th there, but otherwise, just hand it back to you.
Awesome. Yep. Thank you. Yep. That was a perfect opening to where it was going. So what's going to be happening is right now we have what's called our Flex 2 semester. So we have our full term semesters, which started on September 8th, and it's September 8th goes until, let's see, second or third week of December. It's a 15-week long semester, our fall semester. But now what we also have are called these flex semesters. So what these semesters are perfectly designed for students who may, especially this time of year, so much was up. This is such a unique year for us, and around time for college, a lot of things were still unsure for a lot of students. So what's perfect for this Flex 2 term is Flex 2 is actually going to start October 28th, Wednesday, October 28th. So instead of being a 15-week long semester, it's only going to be a 7-week long semester. And these classes are going to primarily focus around the general study field. So you're going to see some math courses, English courses, social science electives. I think there's medical terminology thrown in there, maybe a research course thrown in there. But it's a great setup for students who may be specifically thinking about taking the steps and starting college as soon as possibly can. Instead of waiting till January, you have that opportunity to get in now, especially if you're thinking about going the general studies route. So things to keep in mind with that, the application process is actually incredibly easy. What you're gonna do is you're just gonna log on to stcc.edu, fill out our online application. If you look at the homepage, there's gonna be a top bar and it's gonna say apply to STIC. click on that, and it's going to walk you through the steps to getting the online application going. When you fill out that application, it's going to, based off of the major that's available, if you're going for Flex 2, it will make sure that you have all the information that you need. So general studies, business, based off of what you're interested in, it will show what options are available for Flex 2 that you can choose. And then once you filled out that application and submitted it, the second part that we'll need from you as well will be proof of high school graduation or its equivalency. And so what that means is we'll just need a copy of your high school transcript, a copy of your HiSET, or a copy of your GED. Right now, because of the circumstances, we're being fairly flexible when it comes to the high school requirements. So all it takes is calling your high school and saying, I need a copy of my transcript. I need it sent to STIC. They are more than welcome to email it to us. They can fax it to us, snail mail it to us. We're pretty flexible. Some students have been even taking pictures of their transcript and emailing to us that way. That's okay, because right now our campus is closed. So that's an alternative way to get it to us. Just make sure that it shows proof of graduation. It shows that you've graduated. Additionally, as well too, that will go the same for a HiSET or GED. Obviously you can't come to campus right now, so we can make a copy of it. Just take a nice clear photo on your phone and just email it to us that way. The benefits of technology are great right now. Additionally, as well too, if you are somebody that knows you'll be using financial aid at any point, or especially this upcoming Flex 2 semester, get that in ASAP. So that's going to be done through the Fafsa. The Fafsa is a federal website, fafsa.org or edu. I'm pretty sure it's org. But get that filled out as soon as possible, because that can take the longest amount of time, and we want to make sure that your finances are set up and ready to go as soon as possible. But any questions you have related to that, you can also go on to our STIC website. And what that's going to do is there's going to be on the main webpage, you'll see information about student financial services, paying for college. And then there'll be a drop down link to FAFSA, or financial aid. I'll give you information on how to apply for it, any additional information you may have. All right, so great place to get started. Lastly, so it's been great having you. We appreciate you guys coming, exploring. We're here for you, but a lot of information has been shared today. So you might walk away and something might come to mind. In front of you, as you can see, I have the information, the contact information for both myself and Professor Diffley. If you have any questions, do not hesitate to email us to get clarification. How do I do this? I want to explore that. That's part of our roles, and we're always more than happy to help. But anything did you want to add to that, Professor Diffley?
No, just to reiterate, which is I'm always happy to help. Feel free to reach out. I can go over this, help you plan. We'll get to know you, what your goals are, and I can really help you. And we all can here is tailor our advice to you. So yeah, please reach out.
Perfect. Yes, thank you. So, but please reach out. Anything else that comes your way, please let us know. We're looking forward to seeing you in the future or answering your questions in the future. We're here for you. And thanks so much for coming by. We hope you have a great day. Stay healthy and well. All the best.